Hey everybody, what's going on? I'm Geno Reynolds and this is WA&D Presents The Real Geno. Today we are going to look at two very different Idris Elba movies in theaters right now. So let's do this.
Let's do it.
Alright, we kick things off with our first dose of Idris Elba with him playing a father trying to protect his kids from a vicious lion in Beast.
Keep the girls in the car.
Stay in the car, okay? Just stay in the car. But Diabolo? Okay, what's he saying?
Diabolo means devil.
Simple. Simple is the one word that I'd use to describe this movie if that's all I could say. If I had three words, simple but effective. For its story, Beast took a pretty simple premise and ran with it. You have a father trying to reconnect with his kids after their mother dies, but the location puts them in danger in more ways than one. The family has to come together to survive. Like I said, simple but effective. For the most part, this movie makes a lot out of a little with its four main characters. All four of them, Idris Elba, Leah Jeffries, Ayanna Haley, and Sharlto Copley, all have a very good chemistry together. Elba and the girls all have a broken family dynamic that needs fixing, plus Elba and Copley come off like they have been lifelong friends. Despite their differences or disagreements, they know that if they don't work together, they are going to die. But that's not what you came here for, is it? Let's talk about the real star of the show. Sorry, I couldn't resist. The lion, who's out for revenge, is super smart and brutal to anyone who gets in his way. He outsmarts our characters and other victims more than once. The characters are in his house and have to play by his rules. And there is only one law here, and that's the law of the jungle. If someone asked me to pick two movies that Beast felt like, it would have to be The Gray and Jurassic Park. This one has a survival and eventual need to fight back element like The Gray, and a predator that is super smart just like the raptors in Jurassic Park. While a lion can't open doors like the raptor, it sure can use other means to get through things like the T-Rex. I mean, even one of the characters wears a Jurassic Park shirt for one scene. Lastly, Beast is about an hour and a half, and the pacing is decent so the plot doesn't run too long nor overstay its welcome. I really like this one and recommend it. Moving on.
I like it. Whatever it is, I'm sure it has an interesting story.
So, what will you wish for?
What is your heart's desire?
3,000 Years of Longing is about a scholar who loves stories, who pretends that she doesn't crave companionship, and comes into the possession of a jinn's bottle. The jinn that appears offers her three wishes, but what do you give someone that doesn't want anything? This is one of those strange times that I liked a movie, but I would have a hard time recommending it. While I'm glad I saw it, I don't think I would watch it again. The main gist of the plot is that it's all about fantastical stories, and most of the movie is Tilda Swinton's scholar in her hotel room listening to Idris Elba's jinn's magical tale of how he got to where he is now. While we get to see his stories played out on screen, the pacing of this one is really slow. This is not a complaint for me, but if you don't like a snail's pace in your movies, this one will drag for you. The stories themselves are pretty interesting, and the one that the jinn is telling goes through how quote-unquote how history really was. He twists up some real or perceived real stories to great effect. Elba does have that kind of voice that makes the narration effective. This is the first movie for George Miller since Mad Max Fury Road, and if you know how creative visually that movie was, then you can expect the same here. All the sets, effects, costumes, etc. are really creative and neat to see. Miller has a really great imagination, and this movie's look is no exception. Again, while I thought this one was really interesting and creative, I'm not sure how the general audience will like it. The marketing for it is really misleading, so moviegoers beware. That's going to do it for this edition of WA&D Presents The Real Geno. As always, I am The Real Geno. Till next time.